Yeah, what it do, what it is, the House of Hermes. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if this is the first time that you're watching me, if you could please press that subscribe button. Today, we're going to be react to a video. The song is called Bad Friend by Crypt. It's actually the first time that I'm watching this, so we're going to be experiencing this together in terms of a first time reaction video, so I'm pretty excited. So let's do this! Is that Jameson? Do love my whiskey. Chasing it down with pills. This is gonna be bad.
2:30 in the morning and I get a text from my friend. She said I need you right now, and I already knew what that meant. See, me and this girl, we think alike. Too many phone calls spent for me to know she's thinking about her life and how it's gonna end.
Okay,
See,
he gets a text from his friend saying I'm thinking about my life and how it's gonna end. And apparently he can kind of like relate to what she's going through.
the outside we're happy and we show it to the world, and we put on this fake exterior so the truth won't unfurl. But I know who she is, cause it's like looking in a mirror. All these smiles and cries for help, and it couldn't be any clearer. So I pick up. So
basically he's saying, like, you know, we build this facade sometimes, you know. See, on this outside we're happy, you know, we show it to the world, but we put this fake like exterior so the truth won't unfurl. And he can kind of know what she's going through because it's like he's looking in the mirror, like in terms of you know how she's feeling right now.
The phone and call her as she answers through her cries. She's hyperventilating, telling me that she wants to die.
Nah.
My heart starts to race and my thoughts begin to blur. We're 9 hours apart, but I'm seconds from losing her.
Ooh, yeah, this dude's got bars. He was like, we're 9 hours apart, but I'm seconds from losing her. She's hyperventilating, telling me that she wants to die. Her heart starts racing, or I think he said his heart's like racing, and her thoughts begin to blur. Ooh, it's not one of these videos, man. I hope not.
Tell her what she means to me. Even though we're new friends, she's seen a side that no one sees. Told her, listen to my breaths. I'm right here.
Oh, no,
you got so much left to do. Stay here. Don't leave. The cries got even louder as the breaths got short. I told her, listen to my words as I fell down to the floor. Stay with me. I'm here. Let it out. It's okay. Just cry till you can't cry. No more tears down your face.
You know, being in that situation, man, you know, you want to take extreme lengths. You want to take extreme measures, you know, to do whatever you can to prevent that from happening. You know, listen, people who are suicidally depressed, you know, you got to intervene with care. You got to intervene with thoughtfulness. You know, you got to show empathy for the situation, and you got to take them seriously, man. And do not leave them alone. I repeat, you do not leave them alone. Because as just depression, man, I think like over like 19 million Americans suffer from depression each year, and that doesn't even count like suicide and stuff like that. Probably numbers have been probably increased every year, and you got to let your friends know, man, like they're not alone. And the fact is, they're not alone. You got to be there for them, man.
Couple minutes went by and the crying finally stopped, but not because she did, because the phone call dropped. I called her back quick, just hoping I'd hear hello, but I just kept getting met with the sounds of those dial tones. I froze. What?
Yeah, man, like in that situation, like, you know, you call your friend after a bunch of text messages saying that they want to take their life, and you call them and you guys talk, and they eventually just hang up on you, and you keep calling and they keep pressing that rejection button. What do you do, man? You know? Call their family, you know, call their friends, and like he's 9 hours apart, like you said. Man, puts you in a tough situation.
What do you do in that moment? Do you call the police, or do you hope that she's over it? Get a hold of her parents and tell them the situation, just so they can pull her from college and end her aspirations.
Wow.
Leave it alone and hope.
Yeah, what do? Do you call the authorities? You know, honestly, if I would. He's a really good actor too. You can see like his hand like shaking and his voice is like trembling. I would do the exact same thing he's doing, man, and just do everything I can, you know, to help this person.
Hope it was just an escapade. Pray from a text from her in the morning saying that she's okay. Right. Call anyone you know just to make sure that she's alive. Exactly. Ignore it completely and pray to God that she survived. Let it go.
Did he just say he let it go? So basically, he was saying a few seconds ago, like, what do you do in that situation? Do you take extreme measures to make sure it doesn't happen, or do you just? I guess he's about to say. Let me see what he's gonna say next.
She must have wanted to be alone.
Let me rewind that 1 second, guys. I'm sorry.
Pray to God that she survived. I let it go. She must have wanted to be alone. I guess that this was just another one of her episodes. She never told no one about this depression she dealt with, and who was I to air out her secrets? That would be selfish.
Nah, I wouldn't be selfish, man. There's a thin line between like helping someone and being selfish, airing out her business. I mean, you're doing what you can to not escalate the situation. He was like, should I let it go? She must have want to be alone. I guess it's just another one of her episodes. He was like, she never told anybody about her depression. Man, dude, I got like the goosebumps right now just like watching this video.
Lay down in my bed and I rested my head. Closed my eyes and drifted peacefully to sleep. Then I dreamt that I would see her tomorrow and I would speak to her then. Till I was woken to several missed calls and texts that she's dead.
Nah. Dude, this story is like so relatable. And I can't say I've been through this before, but no.
She downed a bottle of pills. She took them shortly after our calling it, and it felt surreal. She was a friend of many, a student athlete at a school, a daughter, a sister, a very special jewel. At the funeral, they told us.
He's just describing like her characteristics and her personality. You know, his heart broke. She committed suicide by, you know, taking a bottle of pills. He was like, she was a student athlete, you know, a friend, a daughter, a sister, a very special jewel.
That nobody had a clue that they could have saved her life, if only that they knew. And if someone at the funeral had ever felt depressed, to get some help so that your face won't ever end up in the press.
Wow.
A dry face in the room, only 22 years old, an entire life in front of her, and now she's laying there cold. If only I'd called someone, we wouldn't be here now, and nobody would be sad, and I wouldn't feel like.
So basically, what he was saying, he was like, there wasn't a dry face in the room. So obviously she had a big impact on like her friends and family, you know. She had this entire life in front of her, and she just committed suicide at 20 years old. So young, man. You haven't even experienced life. And he was like, he's seeing there, like just laying there cold in the casket, you know. He says, only if I had called someone, we wouldn't be here now. Like all these like regrets and remorse is just kind of like racing in his head right now. And he was like, if I would have done something, nobody would have been sad. And he felt like he let her down. I would too. Shit. Damn.
Like I let her down, but that's not what happened. Cause instead of going to bed, I called every person I knew to check to make sure.
Oh! She didn't die! She didn't die! Oh my god. Oh, let me rewind that. Let me rewind that real quick. Let me rewind that.
I called it. Would be sad and I wouldn't feel like I let her down.
No.
But that's not what happened. Cause instead of going to bed, I called every person I knew to make sure you weren't dead. I stayed up 7 hours praying every.
I would have done the same thing, bro. I would have done the same thing, I swear to God.
Listen. Told me that I had no right and blocked me on everything. We ain't talked since that night.
So
was
what?
I a bad friend? Options? I had none. I guess I'd rather be a bad friend than
There's the
a
pill.
sad one.
Dude, straight up, man, I am so happy though it ended that way. I thought it was just going to be a cliche video, you know, they committed suicide and he's at the funeral, he's venting, telling you about his experience, but there was a plot twist, man. The whole thing just like rotated at the end. He was like, but that's not what happened, because instead of going to bed, he called every person, you know, to check that she was okay, to make sure she wasn't dead. He stayed up 7 hours praying every second of it, just hoping that he gets a text back and something about heaven sent. Listen, man. He says, was I a bad friend? Options? I had none. I'd rather be a bad friend than a sad one. Great song, man. Yo, this is Crypt, Bad Friend, House of Hermes. Thank you guys so much for giving me this opportunity. If you could please press the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and you guys have a great night. Later.